Have you ever felt the presence of an invisible shadow following your every step, an inexplicable cold that gives you goosebumps even on sunny days? These sensations are not just figments of your imagination. In the world of the chosen, the forces of darkness know exactly where to strike, and they do so in ways that are as subtle as they are devastating. What you are about to discover could change your life forever. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, out of breath, feeling like an invisible weight is pressing down on your chest. Or perhaps you've noticed that your luck has turned against you, with unexplainable misfortunes and problems appearing out of nowhere, draining your energy and undermining your confidence. These are signs of something more sinister at play, something you can't see, but can definitely feel. If you are one of the chosen ones, you need to be aware of the signs that someone may be trying to curse you with dark magic. Each sign you will see below is a wake-up call, a piece of the puzzle you need to understand to protect yourself. Follow us until the end of this video, as your spiritual protection and well-being depend on the knowledge that is to come. Let's unravel these mysteries together and strengthen your light against any darkness that tries to approach. One of the most common signs that you, as one of the chosen ones, may be the target of black magic is disturbed sleep. These manifestations can be varied, but they all have in common the objective of destabilizing your peace and rest. Recurring nightmares are a classic example. Disturbing dreams are one of the most direct ways in which negative energies can manifest, creating scenarios of fear and anguish that leave you awake and restless. These nightmares are often vivid and leave a lingering feeling of discomfort even after waking up. There may be a feeling of being persecuted, of being watched or attacked by unseen forces. These dreams are not mere coincidences, they are indicative that something is trying to invade your subconscious and self-fear. Repetition of these disturbing dreams is a clear sign that you are under the influence of a black magic curse. Another common manifestation is insomnia. You may find it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep at night. Even after an exhausting day, the mind remains active, as if it were in a constant state of alert. This inability to relax and find sleep is an indication that there is negative energy working to keep you in a vulnerable state. Sleep deprivation weakens physical and mental resistance, making it more difficult to combat these influences. Waking up repeatedly during the night, especially at specific times like between 3 and 4 in the morning, is another sign. This period is known as the witching hour, a time when the barrier between the physical and spiritual world is at its thinnest. Waking up at this time, for no apparent reason, may indicate that there is a spiritual presence trying to communicate or cause disturbance. This regular interruption of sleep should not be ignored, as it may be a deliberate attempt to undermine your stability. Feelings of sleep paralysis are also common in cases of spiritual attacks. During these episodes, you may awaken to find yourself unable to move, feeling an oppressive presence in your surroundings. This phenomenon is extremely frightening and leaves a person with a feeling of extreme vulnerability. Sleep paralysis can be interpreted as a direct manifestation of a black magic curse, trying to immobilize you both physically and spiritually. Additionally, you may notice that you begin talking in your sleep or moving in unusual ways, such as sleepwalking. These behaviors can appear suddenly, with no apparent explanation, and are signs that your subconscious is trying to process and resist a spiritual invasion. Talking in your sleep or walking around the house without being conscious are indications that your body and mind are in a constant fight against these negative energies. Feelings of heaviness and pressure in the body when trying to sleep are other indicators. It may feel like something is pressing on your chest, making it difficult to breathe, or that there is a heavy presence in the room. These feelings are typical of spiritual attacks, where the intention is to create an environment of oppression and fear. Feeling constantly pressured or suffocated when trying to rest is a sign that a negative force is present. Finally, an important sign is the feeling of never being truly rested. Even after several hours in bed, you wake up tired, as if you hadn't slept. This continuous exhaustion is a method used by evil forces to wear you down over time. Lack of adequate rest affects your ability to function during the day, leaving you more susceptible to other attacks and negative influences. One of the most disturbing signs that you, a chosen one, may be the target of a black magic curse is the constant presence of anxiety and intense fear. These feelings do not arise from everyday situations, but seem to invade your mind in a sudden and inexplicable way. Anxiety can manifest itself as a continuous state of nervousness and tension, where the heart beats fast for no apparent reason and the mind is always worried about imminent danger. This type of anxiety is not common and does not respond well to traditional methods of relaxation or meditation. It's as if a shadow is hovering over you, creating a feeling of constant dread. This experience is often described as a deep anguish that does not dissipate, a feeling that something terrible is about to happen, but without any logical reason to explain this feeling. This is a common tactic in spiritual attacks, where the intention is to emotionally destabilize the target. This fear can appear out of nowhere, in situations that would normally be considered safe and normal. It could be a fear of the dark, being alone, or even leaving the house. This irrational fear often seems to have no basis in reality and can be paralyzing. It's important to recognize that this type of fear is not simply psychological, it is a symptom of a spiritual attack that aims to sow terror in your heart and mind. People who are under the influence of a black magic curse often report a feeling of being watched. This feeling can occur even when they are alone at home, leading to constant checking of doors and windows and constant monitoring of the environment. This fear of being watched is a method used by negative forces to instill paranoia and discomfort, weakening your peace of mind and sense of security. Additionally, anxiety can be accompanied by intrusive and negative thoughts that are difficult to control. These thoughts often arise in a repetitive and insistent manner, making it difficult for you to concentrate on daily tasks or maintain a positive attitude. Thoughts of self-sabotage, insecurity, and despair are common and can leave you feeling trapped in a cycle of negativity that seems impossible to escape. The constant presence of panic or panic attacks is another indicator. During a panic attack, you may feel overwhelming fear, chest pains, difficulty breathing, and a feeling that you are about to lose control or die. These attacks can be triggered by minimal events or occur with no apparent trigger. The intensity and frequency of these episodes can be a clear sign that you are under a spiritual attack aimed at destabilizing your emotional balance. Feelings of anxiety and fear can lead to avoidance behaviors, where you begin to avoid places, people, or activities that previously did not cause you any discomfort. This avoidance can begin to limit your life significantly, isolating you from friends, family, and opportunities. This isolation is exactly what the negative forces desire, as it further weakens your spiritual and emotional resistance. The feeling of disconnection from the world around you may intensify. You may begin to feel as if you are living in a state of constant alert, separated from the reality that once felt safe and familiar. This feeling of being disengaged from everyday life is extremely exhausting and can lead to deep sadness and despair. Recognizing that these feelings of anxiety and fear are signs of a possible black magic curse is the first step in taking steps to protect yourself and regain your balance. When you are under the attack of a black magic curse, one of the first things you may notice is a feeling of deep and constant tiredness. This fatigue is not the result of a bad night's sleep or a busy day. It's an exhaustion that seems to have no end, as if something is constantly draining your vital energy. Even after long periods of rest, you wake up feeling even more tired, as if every movement requires monumental effort. The loss of energy is gradual but devastating. Initially, it may just seem like a slight lack of motivation, a difficulty concentrating or a desire to postpone tasks. However, as the curse's influence intensifies, you may find it difficult to even get out of bed or carry out the simplest everyday tasks. This energy drain is a deliberate tactic by evil forces to weaken your resistance and prevent you from fulfilling your purpose as one of the chosen. Symptoms of constant fatigue can manifest themselves in several ways. You may notice that even after eating properly and exercising, your body continues to feel heavy and lethargic. The feeling of exhaustion may be accompanied by muscle pain, as if you had performed intense physical work, even without making any significant effort. This physical weakness is a clear sign that your energy is being sapped by external forces. In addition to physical exhaustion, there is also mental fatigue. Your mind may feel cloudy, with difficulty thinking clearly or making decisions. Activities that were once performed easily now require immense effort. This mental fog is a form of induced disorientation designed to undermine your ability to discern and react to the negative spiritual influences around you. You may find it difficult to concentrate in reading, conversations, or even moments of meditation and prayer. A lack of energy can affect your emotional life too. You may feel unmotivated, apathetic, and unable to find joy in the things that once brought you pleasure. This emotional exhaustion is a profound blow, as it directly affects your soul, weakening your spirit and reducing your ability to resist spiritual attacks. The feeling of being emotionally empty is a clear indication that your vitality is being drained. Another aspect of energy loss is the feeling of disconnection from your body. You may feel dissociated, as if you are observing your life from the outside without actually being a part of it. This state of dissociation is a strategy by evil forces to separate you from your own life force, making it more difficult for you to reconnect and regain your energy. This feeling of alienation is an alarming sign that something is trying to break the connection between your mind, body, and spirit. Sudden changes in your energy level during the day are also common. You may experience energy spikes followed by sudden drops, where you feel absolutely exhausted for no apparent reason. These fluctuations are indicative that the curse is active, draining your energy at specific times to maximize the impact. These sudden variations may be triggered by spiritual activities around you, indicating that the curse is responding to your efforts to resist. Recognizing loss of energy and constant fatigue as signs of a possible black magic curse is crucial to taking appropriate action. Protecting your life energy is essential to maintaining your strength and fulfilling your purpose as one of the chosen. Measures such as meditation, prayer, use of protective amulets and spiritual baths can help you recover your energy and strengthen your defenses against these negative influences. Being aware of these signs is the first step to reclaiming your vitality and continuing your journey with determination and clarity. Before we continue, if you feel alone and misunderstood as a chosen one, our ebook is a valuable resource. Find guidance to light your path and understand your unique gifts. Buy now and gain access to our exclusive Discord community where you will find support and understanding. Join us and share your experiences in a welcoming space. Plus, get access to unique and exclusive content. Check out the first comment pinned here on the video. When you begin to notice a sequence of unfortunate events in your financial life, it could be a sign that you are being targeted by a black magic curse. Suddenly it seems like everything you touch goes wrong. Projects that were once promising begin to fail without logical explanation. This chain of bad luck is a deliberate tactic to destabilize your financial and emotional security, undermining your ability to focus on your life purpose and mission as one of the chosen. One of the first signs that something is wrong can be losing money in unexplained ways. Unexpected expenses arise, urgent repairs become necessary, or you may fall victim to fraud and theft. These financial losses are not mere coincidences, they are part of a strategy to weaken your financial foundation and create an environment of constant stress and worry. The intention is to take away your peace of mind and put you in a state of constant anxiety. Another clear sign is unexpected obstacles in your professional activities. You may begin to experience difficulties at work, such as disagreements with colleagues, mistakes you didn't make before, or even losing your job. These professional barriers seem to appear out of nowhere and can be extremely demoralizing. The accumulated frustration from these events can lead to a loss of confidence and the feeling that you are trapped in a cycle of failure. Furthermore, investments that were previously safe and stable can start to go wrong. You may experience sudden drops in stocks, real estate investments, or other assets you owned. These financial meltdowns may seem unpredictable and for no apparent reason, but they are signs that there is a negative influence acting on your finances. The feeling that your financial luck is completely out of your control is a potent indicator that a curse may be at play. Financial relationships may also be affected. Once reliable partnerships begin to fall apart, important contracts are canceled, and loyal customers may suddenly disappear. These financial relationship breakdowns are aligned with the intention to isolate you by removing the support networks that once helped maintain your economic stability. This financial isolation is a form of attack that aims to leave you helpless and more vulnerable. Another significant aspect is the sequence of small financial setbacks that accumulate over time. Small fines, forgotten bills, or wrong purchases may start to appear more frequently. These small incidents, although they may seem trivial, start to add up, creating constant financial pressure. This accumulation of small losses is an effective form of financial exhaustion, keeping you constantly worried about your finances. The feeling of financial stagnation is another indicator. Even with efforts to improve their situation, nothing seems to move forward. You may be stuck in a job with no prospects for growth, or your attempts to start a new venture fail repeatedly. This feeling of being stuck financially is a sign that an outside force is impeding your progress, keeping you in a state of limitation and frustration. Finally, a sudden change in luck is a clear sign. If you go from a phase of stability and financial growth to a series of losses and difficulties without an apparent cause, it is likely that you are under the influence of a black magic curse. These sudden changes are designed to disorient and destabilize you, undermining your confidence and ability to plan for the future. Recognizing these signs and taking steps to protect yourself spiritually can help reverse these negative effects and restore your financial balance. Interpersonal conflicts and a growing feeling of isolation are clear signs that you may be the target of a black magic curse. Relationships that were once harmonious begin to deteriorate for no apparent reason. Frequent disagreements, arguments, and a sense of mistrust begin to creep into your everyday interactions. This type of disruption is not accidental, it's a deliberate tactic to undermine your social and emotional connections by isolating you from your support systems. The first signs may be subtle, such as unexplained irritation with friends and family, or frequent misunderstandings that lead to unnecessary fights. Small disagreements turn into major conflicts, leaving you exhausted and emotionally drained. These constant disagreements are indicative that a negative energy is manipulating your interactions, creating a barrier between you and those you love. Furthermore, a generalized feeling of distrust may arise. You begin to doubt the intentions of those close to you, feeling that they may be against you or up to something negative. This state of paranoia is extremely exhausting and is part of the purpose of the curse, to isolate you emotionally. Constant distrust erodes the foundation of relationships, making it impossible to maintain healthy, supportive bonds. You may also notice that people around you start to move away. Friends and family who were previously always present begin to distance themselves, often without any clear explanation. This withdrawal can be painful and confusing, leaving you feeling abandoned and misunderstood. This social isolation is a sign that the curse is managing to create invisible barriers that keep others out of your life. Interpersonal conflicts can also manifest themselves in the workplace. Disagreements with colleagues, bosses, or subordinates become more frequent, and the previously collaborative work environment becomes hostile and stressful. These professional conflicts can affect your productivity and job satisfaction, leading to a cycle of frustration and demotivation. This negative environment is a direct reflection of the evil influence trying to sabotage your progress and success. Another important sign is the feeling of being emotionally drained after social interactions. Even casual encounters and quick conversations leave you feeling drained and anxious. This emotional exhaustion is an indication that your energy is constantly being attacked and sucked during these interactions. Feeling emotionally tired after talking to friends or family is a strong sign that something is wrong. You may also begin to voluntarily isolate yourself, avoiding social interactions to protect yourself from emotional pain. While isolation may seem like a temporary solution, it only makes the situation worse, as the curse thrives on solitude. Avoiding friends and family may seem like a way to protect yourself from conflict, but it is actually helping the curse accomplish its goal of isolating you and weakening your spirit. The presence of feelings of despair and depression is a key indicator. Emotional isolation and constant conflict create an environment where sadness and despair can flourish. You may begin to feel like there is no way out, that you are stuck in an endless cycle of negativity. This despair is exactly what the evil forces want, as a desperate spirit is easier to control and manipulate. Recognizing these signs is crucial to taking protective measures and seeking help to restore your emotional and social connections. A black magic curse not only directly affects you but also manifests itself in the environment around you. Objects move inexplicably, lights flicker for no apparent reason, and there's a constant sense of oppression in the air. These phenomena are more than coincidences, are clear indicators that a negative presence is trying to establish itself in your personal space. Paying attention to these signs is crucial to understanding the extent of the malignant influence. One of the most common signs is paranormal activity. You may start to notice objects move or disappear, only to reappear in strange places. This activity is a sign that negative energy is manipulating your physical environment to cause fear and disorientation. Feeling like you have no control over your own space can be extremely upsetting and is an effective method of undermining your sense of security. Another indication is the inexplicable sounds. Footsteps, knocks on walls, or even whispers can be heard without a visible source. These sounds are often heard at night, increasing feelings of vulnerability and fear. The presence of these noises is a strong sign that there is an attempt at spiritual communication or manipulation, reinforcing the idea that a curse is at work. Changes in ambient temperature are also common. You may feel a sudden drop in temperature in certain parts of the house or a feeling of extreme heat for no apparent reason. These temperature fluctuations are indicators that energy in the environment is being manipulated by external forces. Feeling intensely cold or hot in specific places can be a sign that these areas are being used as entry portals for negative energies. Additionally, you may start to notice strange, unpleasant odors. Smells of sulfur, rot, or other unpleasant aromas may arise without an identifiable source. These odors are often associated with evil presences and are a sign that the curse is trying to physically manifest itself in the environment. The presence of these smells can cause discomfort and nausea, reinforcing the feeling that something is very wrong. The presence of shadows or dark figures is another alarming sign. You might see shadows moving in the corner of your eyes or feel like there's a presence in the room, even when you're alone. These shadowy figures are often described as oppressive and frightening, creating an environment of constant fear. Seeing or feeling these presences is a clear indicator that a negative energy is trying to establish dominance over your space. Plants and animals can also be affected. Plants that were once healthy may wither and die for no apparent reason, and pets may begin acting strangely, such as barking incessantly in a corner of the room or avoiding certain spaces. These behaviors are indicators that living beings are reacting to the presence of negative energies. Animals, in particular, are sensitive to these influences and can sense the presence of spirits or energies that humans cannot see. The constant feeling of oppression and discomfort in your own home is one of the clearest signs. You may feel like the atmosphere is heavy, as if a dark cloud is hanging over you. This feeling of overwhelm can make it difficult to relax and make staying at home unpleasant. This is a direct method of evil forces to destabilize your personal sanctuary, making it difficult to find peace and recovery. Recognizing these signs of negative influences in the environment is crucial to understanding the extent of the curse you may be facing. taking steps to cleanse and protect your space, such as purification rituals, using protective amulets, and invoking positive forces, can help restore harmony and peace to your environment. Keeping an eye on these signs is essential to keeping your personal space free from negative influences. Don't forget to check the first pinned comment if you feel alone and misunderstood as a chosen one. In our ebook, find guidance to light your path and understand your unique gifts. Buy now and gain access to our exclusive Discord community where you will find support and understanding. Join us and share your experiences in a welcoming space. Plus, get access to unique and exclusive content. If this video brought valuable insights to you, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and share with others who could benefit from these words. Comment below about your experiences and how you have overcome spiritual challenges in your life. If you'd like to support our work further, consider supporting us on Buy Me a Coffee. Every contribution helps us continue to bring you inspiring content. And don't miss our next video, where we explore why the forces of evil are hunting the chosen and how you can protect yourself. Watch now and discover how to keep your light shining brightly. Remember, you are stronger than any adversity. Your light is a beacon of hope and resilience. Until next time, stay firm and determined.